Hey guys, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here with the latest kit that I've come out with. I'm so excited about these. People have been asking me to have the file folders available in the shop. They are legal size, and I went ahead and created a kit around the file folder. And I am going to be working through one myself, so if I get through working with one myself, I will make some videos available to you so you can get some ideas. However, currently right now I just have the file folders and the kit is together, and you're going to get this nice yummy big piece of a ledger paper, which you can see how big it is just because you know this is legal size. And then let me go through what all I put in these kits. Okay, so you're gonna get a little, I think they're Spanish flashcard, a little round like doily type thing, a faux, well, it's like a faux bingo card, like a small little bingo card. Then you'll get 3 pieces of quilting squares, which how I thought about using mine was I thought they would be really cute as the binding, and to do them like here on your binding. Oh my gosh, I thought these would be really cute. So like that down the binding, do like kind of like a patchwork. So that was my thought, that's why I included those. Then you'll get a butterfly, which you could flip over and use as white, and you could paint it and stain it whatever color you want. If you don't want to do that, you could just use it that color. You could also, you know, spritz through it, use it as a stencil. Of course, you're going to get a vintage pattern girl from my pattern counter book from the 60s. I hand stamped these. I have an old stamp, and so I hand stamped them on a piece of index card. It's like aged. I don't age any of the things in here. Everything is aged because it's aged. Does that make sense? So like here's like a little handwritten old recipe card, so it'll have stains on it, okay? I don't know what you guys want to do with these, but I thought they'd just be kind of fun, just stapled on, or you could make like a tuck spot out of it, or like a belly band or something like that. I just had a bunch of these old negatives and thought that would be kind of fun. A flashcard. Of course, you're going to get some of these sweet 1953 yearbook photos to play with. A German, I think it was a cookbook page, I'm not really sure, but anyway, German text, some typewriter labels for file folders, some kind of floral piece. This is an envelope, another, ooh, this sounds good, stuffed brown steak. I may have to photocopy this one. A recipe from, this was actually a really cool recipe book. It had these 2 rings, and then it flipped up and the covers were wood. It was really cool. Okay, then you'll get a plant page, a recipe page out of a cookbook. This came out of an old gardening book. I just love the patina of this paper, and it's almost like newspaper weight, I would say, but I think it's going to be great for decoupaging. Here's a purse out of a 1940s Montgomery ward, some little girls out of that Montgomery ward. Here is a 1950s New York Times copy. It came out of a 1950s book that I had of what's going on every year in the cover of the New York Times. So I thought that would be kind of fun to play with. A French vocabulary page, a home decorator magazine, a book. This came out of a book from the 1960s, but I thought this was so fun. Just the Harlequin pattern, like how they mixed patterns back then. It was just was so fun. Okay. I'm not really sure what book this was now that I'm looking at it, but it had really cool, I think it was an architecture book, but it had really cool you know, I think it'd be really neat for backgrounds. That's mainly what I was thinking, was doing background pages and adding some interest. And I tried to get like things that people would, you know, might enjoy or fussy cut out if you don't want to use the whole thing. This came out of a piece of artwork. So everybody's going to get some kind of portrait page that they could use. Index graph cards, some vintage wallpaper. I just gave you a piece that is textured. This is from a 1953 book that I have, and it doesn't have a lot of color, but I thought it was kind of, although it does go great with this graph paper or leisure paper. However, I thought it'd be great for texture, and it would look wonderful like underneath some paint. Oh, this is one of those player piano rolls. I thought it'd be fun to use. A watercolor page books, butterflies, which the reason why I put these in is because I'm gonna do them on my folder, and I thought if I showed it, you guys might want to give it a go. But where's the girl? So what I thought about doing was cutting the butterfly out and then using them as like wings behind your girl. So I thought that would be kind of cute. Or if you can paint or whatever. Every packet is going to get some kind of girl out of a 1960s magazine. So you're going to get some kind of girl ad. I put a couple of envelopes in here. There's a craft color. There's like a vanilla natural, some kind of handmade paper. A top value page. Some kind of travel place. This one's to Norway. It's like a card, some kind of game. I actually got this in New Zealand, so I add that in, and then a wine label, a 1960s of some sort of vintage photo. I don't know what it's going to be in your kit. They're all different. I just tossed one in. I thought the patina was kind of cool. And it's, oh, no, it's not. Okay, never mind. Some kind of quote page for journaling, an index card, mind trap game pieces, score sheet. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Score sheet, little memo pad. These were really neat. I thought they'd be fun to cut out. You could even redress them. A planner page from 2016. Everybody's going to get 2 pieces because I wanted to add in some, I like to put in pages of scrapbook paper only because a lot of this paper is super, super thin, which is great for decoupaging, but sometimes you want something with a little more integrity to hold up behind your thin pages. So I added in some scrapbook page. I had to fold these down because they won't fit in the mailer if I left them at 12 inches. So I folded them and put them in there. And then here's from 1964 Post Office book that I got, which is kind of neat. And then everybody's getting some picture of Yellowstone Park, or no, the national parks. It's either it was Yellowstone and Colorado, and I don't know. But anyways, everybody's gonna get some kind of cool nature big page. An Italian book page, and then this is on like thin cardstock. It was printed on thin cardstock. It's from a children's music book, and it's from the 1950s, so I thought this would be kind of fun. I love how it's handwritten, and then has some little kind of crazy sketch, but everybody's getting a different song in their kit. You will also get a long piece of sheet, a vintage sheet, to use for binding if you want, or to cut and make tabs. But I thought those would be kind of neat to use for binding in these kits. And then lastly, I put in some little bits and bobs, only because, you know, in case you want to add some little things to it. You don't have to, but I thought it'd be fun to have that option. So in here you're going to get some vintage buttons, some kind of wooden pog game piece, a little chip game piece, everybody's gonna get some kind of word. So this one says tall. These were out of an old Milton Bradley game that I had where you throw all these sections of letters and sections of words, and then you see how many words you can put together when the timer goes off. Anyway, so everybody's gonna get some kind of word, and I thought this would be kind of neat. You could either stamp on this. I stitched around it on my sewing machine, and it's a piece of canvas, but I thought to do like a really cute little, you could do a little collage like with fabric, the word, and then, you know, you could even use, I put in some of these, I don't even know what these are. They're some kind of brad, but you could do that. You could put the word behind it if you just want to use that, or just the letter behind that, and then you just poke it through and bend it down. I don't know what you call. Everyone's going to get some kind of domino, and then there's twine, which is red, white, and black, and then there is, both of these are old, and then there's some twine that you can either use plain to stitch your buttons on, or wrap around something, or you can, you know, dye it. So, and then you have some old, some kind of trim, yarning fiber or whatever. I just put it loosely up there so you could untie it on the bag. And that is the kit, guys. So oh no, I know what else. In the drop-down menu for the kits in my Etsy shop, you're gonna see all the states. So I think that's how I'll do it. I'm not really sure, because I'm only gonna have a dozen kits in the shop, and then there's too many states. So maybe what you could do is, if you buy a kit, shoot me a message on my Etsy shop and just let me know what state you might be interested. Put like 1, 2, or 3, and then I'll let you know if they're still available. And so what these are, they're an iron-on, which they're all the state birds, and I think the state flower is there too. So, but I have all the states right now, so when they go in the shop, they will be, all the states are going to be there. So make sure that you shoot me a message and let me know which one you want, like 1, 2, or 3, first, second, or third choice. And then I will cut it out and I will put it in your kit, so you'll be getting some kind of iron-on fun bird emblem type thing. Okay, so that is the folder kit. I'm calling them folder kits, maybe folder collage kit. It's probably what I'll end up calling it. So I hope that you come visit my Etsy shop, and that when you receive your kit that you enjoy, and please tag me, the Preppy Crafty Girl, so I can see how you're using these fun collage items in your artwork. Thanks so much, and I will be back with a craft with me video on my next video.